for the preliminary budget hearing. I guess we'll stand up and say the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attendance here.
That W looks nice up there.
It's been there for a long time.
It looks really nice.
All right, Paul.
Okay, well, we put together the budget, based on where we think you're gonna end up this year, and what we think based on increases to things you're gonna be looking at next year. And comes out to about $388, I believe, that you're requesting total. Which obviously you won't get all of that because the different ones are capped. Figuring with the general and the Parks and Rec mills, you'll end up getting, I'd say, probably in the 230 to 240 range, I think.
What did we get last year?
220 something, I think. The parks and pools, like, your mills are capped on that, so the requested, the amount that it shows on there, you're not going to get anywhere close to that for that. With the kind of between the two, the general and the parks and pool, I think it was around 230 to 240 is where I was guesstimating.
So we haven't asked for a whole lot. You know, not a lot more.
No, what we generally try to do is we look at what any increases on the mills and the increase on the value of the mills from year to year, and we just try to keep you capped out so you're getting basically what the most you can get.
Yeah. And
just because we know you, especially for with this, looking at this project and everything, you're going to need everything you can get. So.
Can't have that same shirt. So we're asking for $388,920.
That's where it comes out. Like I said, you won't get that.
No, I know that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's where.
I know people always complain, well, why does the park board ask for so much money? Yada yada. It's like, we have expenses too.
Yeah, it's cost of doing business.
So we did put in $100,000 worth of repairs. Just, I mean, that's, depending on what you end up doing with the pool, I figure you're probably looking at spending that much out of pocket anyway.
Yeah.
So
easily.
And then I bumped the equipment purchase up to $50,000 because that'll be a part of that as well, probably.
Governing board, that's what we get, that's our.
Yep.
And the donations is, we always give money to the golf course.
Mhm.
The expense would be, the donation expense would be the money you give to the golf course, and then there's a donation income category too.
Yes, but that is where that comes from, is that we do give them, and,
Yeah, because this year for 25, it should be 10,000 that you gave them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
but it,
You're probably under the expenditures.
yeah,
Yep, because 24 was 5,000, and this year you bumped it up to 10,000, and we assume next year you probably do 10,000 again,
yeah,
because I'm sure they're gonna ask for it.
Oh,
yeah. You know, they're doing real well, but they're a long ways from being on their feet,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
And they are part of the park board,
Well, and the thing about it is as they try to do these new things and they figure out where they're at, then they have to plan new things to do to accommodate for that. So I know they had already been talking about the possibility of needing another freezer, or a bigger freezer or something like that. And
Man, I think I had to go sit down with Mike Nelson over insurance renewal stuff, and I think plans hopefully is new deck, because that deck's in pretty rough shape.
yeah.
New windows and siding, hopefully, one of these next few years.
Well, and, you know, as it goes along, they may end up needing a bigger pad on or to do a totally new clubhouse,
Mm-hmm.
just because they're bringing it, I mean, they've had so many tournaments and stuff like that this year, and they bring, I
And
mean,
they're not small.
100, 150 people out there.
I know,
That's where the deck is, they can.
Yeah, that would be one thing that would definitely be helpful, but I know they did some repair on it, but
Yeah.
I think they said they were really gonna have to look at doing something more with it.
Yeah, they shorted up and stuff, because it was sagging pretty bad.
Yeah.
so have you heard the Baudrys screaming at each other the last few weeks? Because our deck is almost dead.
Oh, from staining?
Yeah. Oh,
Probably nice when it's done.
Yeah. Hindsight, right?
Yep.
So this is, when is this due by? October?
I think it's the beginning part of October that we have to have that budget to the county,
Mm-hmm.
the approved budget.
oh, in October,
Yes.
and isn't it for December? Isn't it?
Well, it's for next year,
Yeah, but, okay,
but it has to be to the county
Okay.
by,
Yeah.
yeah, I,
I don't see anything that's
Outlandish,
out of line, I guess. I mean, they're all the numbers are within the last few years, I guess.
and you know, we did some pretty nice equipment, we got that trailer, you know, we did some spending too, so.
When you're coming up for the budget portion for the next year, it's, how do you come up with these numbers as far as like, you know, there was growth, I mean, I get the point, you know, you raise the price on things, how much
well, generally what I do is I look at kind of where I think we're gonna end up for 2025, and then what may be happening next year as far as like the stuff with the pool, as far as just wage increases, various things like that. And some of the different numbers I just bump up based on, you know, like a percentage increase, or if I think that, like I said, you know, the repairs, I put 100,000 in there because I figure you guys are gonna have that out of pocket, when the whole thing gets done anyway. That's kind of how I come up with it.
was baffling to me, because it seemed like when I try to help out work from our accounts for inspection side of things, I'm always underestimated at the end of the year. Like, hey.
Well, and you know, you do it the best you can, but you never really know. It's always an estimate, you know.
Well, it looks to me like we've had a pretty healthy year.
Yeah. Which is good, because next year it could be quite the opposite.
Yes. And, okay, yeah.
good with it.
Okay, I think you just gotta do, vote to approve it from there.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the preliminary budget as prepared.
I'll second it.
Brock?
Yes.
Judy? Yes. I'd ask the crowd if they have anything, but the person in the crowd isn't in the city, so.
Marnie and her husband are coming.
I think Kit's coming too.
Who?
Kit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Asked me what time, so.
Yeah.
Just need a motion to adjourn this meeting if we're done with that, and then I should have put on the other agenda to start following